Welcome to sports, everybody. After capturing the Central Basket bronze medal and qualifying for next year's FIBA Americas Championship, our under-15 boys national basketball team is back home. The players themselves talked about the experience.
It was a very good experience. We got to know more things than usual. We never thought we would get to know.
Trip was great. Had a good experience playing ball, other teams from different countries.
The experience was great. We had a well surrounded, but we had some ups and downs, differences of altitude, but we didn't use it as a major factor of us not winning. We played all together as a team, just some miscommunications, but we could adjust on them. We could have did more box out and communication and be more consistent with our jumpers.
I want to see us trying to get them more like in unity and stuff like that. Get to know each other more, even though we know each other now. But yes, so we could combine as one.
We just need to practice a little more and get a little better on our bigs, and our guards could use a little brush up too.
Now, members of the coaching and management staff also satisfied with the way the team performed.
The trip was very productive. 8 teams came out there, 8 countries, and they wanted to, one thing is qualify. I know everyone might want to win the gold and say they become the winners, but most was just trying to qualify, and we did that by winning the bronze medal, and that was big for us because it wasn't too much time of practice. We weren't together as much as we should, and we thank God for the win.
Given the time span that we had to take the kids out and try to get a good group together to mesh, I would say we did considerably well. Obviously, we need to take the report card from what we would have done and what we would have accomplished as individuals, coaches, players, and put it all together and see what we need to do moving forward.
Getting their feet wet in another country and being able to qualify for the Tournament of Americas was a good goal for this team.
Well, the Bahamas Basketball Federation's Summer of Thunder Series resuming last night at the Kendall Isaacs Gym. Cal State Bakersfield went up against the Providence All-Stars, and as Charles Fisher tells us, this game was much closer than many expected.
Mark Harner missing, but getting the Stars off to a fast start with the short put-back jumper. Tyrone White gets the green light, top of the key 3. Chameleon Rose brought his A game to the gym, no foul. White this time from the corner pocket, same result. Cal State catches the defense sleeping. Adam Young with the easy bucket. White slashing, he can do it from anywhere, finish with a team-high 17. And it's the reason they are called the Road Runners, getting out and running. And it's the reason why we are the Olympic champions. We can run too. Caribbean flavor on Cal State, 6'9", Bayesian Craig Jones for 2 of his 3.
A coach from America came to Barbados. He saw me playing, and he had me play for a couple of teams overseas, and then CSCB recruited me, and I ended up going there.
Back to the game, Quentin DeMeritt in the game and making Cal State pay. Teron Cox running the point. Good luck inside Eugene being bucket on the foul. Next time down, Teron takes it himself, 8 points on the night. This is how the ball game would end. Eric Kinney in the end zone for 2. Final score 85-84 Cal State. Good start for Coach Rod Bond's crew.
We've got several new players and kind of just get everybody on the same page, and we get an opportunity to practice for 10 days before coming here. So, again, like you said, fine-tune our game against other competition. So we're excited about being here.
Cal State hoping this trip would help them improve on last year's 16-win season.
Went to one of the smallest tournament called the CIT. Hopefully this year we could put ourselves in a position to win 20 games. Again, we've got a veteran team coming back, and we'll be short a couple of guys on this trip as far as injuries. But I like our team and like our chances.
Cal State on court at this hour against the Cyborgs. They wrap up play Renner State versus the Real Deal Shockers. For ZNS Total Sports, I'm Charles Fisher.
All right, thanks a lot, Charles. Now, for the past 12 years, Basketball Travelers Incorporated has joined with the Bahamas Basketball Federation to put on the Summer of Thunder Series. And according to tournament director Sean McShane, the Bahamas is not a hard sell.
We're pleased to not only be doing this during the summer months, but we're now entering our 10th year of running the Junkanoo Jam, which is the NCAA women's basketball tournament on the island of Grand Bahama up in Freeport. And so we always find that coming to the Bahamas not only is a good basketball experience, but just culturally, it's a wonderful, week for the teams to come down, experience a new culture. Obviously, the sand and the surf is very important, but the people are always so hospitable, and everybody leaves with such a good feeling.
Now, many, if not all, of these college basketball teams are used to playing in front of huge crowds. However, that is not the case with the Summer of Thunder Series, and McShane is hoping for that to change moving forward.
fact, I'd be lying to you if I said it wasn't a little bit disappointing not to see the participation from the fan base. In fact, I was just joking with Coach about it on the way over here, because when Coach was here 2 years ago with a different university team, they were building the new stadium across the street, and all the Chinese workers came over and watched that game because the Chinese love basketball so much. But I'm happy to say that up in Freeport, we've really promoted our tournament up there, and we get the locals out to support those games during Thanksgiving week. And I know the group down here in New Providence right now is working really hard to market this to get the community out here, because not only is there a chance for them to come see great aspiring USA basketball players, but to come out and support their own Bahamian basketball players as well.
Well, the 2012-2013 school year is underway, and while a lot of focus will be on softball at the beginning of the sports season, some coaches are already preparing other teams for later on in the year. Among them is Kingsway Academy basketball coach Randy Cunningham.
In the BISS, I feel that we should have at least 3 teams in the playoff this year, because all summer long, most of our kids came to camp. They came to the league we had, and junior girls played in the little summer league down there with our boy, and so I feel that if they continue to work hard and continue to be committed to the game, we'll be okay.
Now, while Cunningham expects his junior girls to be the best of the bunch, he is not leaving his senior or junior boys far behind.
Our senior boys team, they should do well, because we have some pieces that are coming in. We got some kids from Faith Temple who came to us. You know, they closed down, so we had a number of forwards came in. I'll get to see what they're all about on Wednesday and Friday, and then Monday I'll cut my team and I'll be ready to go forward. Okay. Our junior team is rebuilding stage now for them, because a lot of the guys, all our best forwards, and Sebastian went up to Houston, and all the other guys now coming up to senior, and so that's a plus. But our junior team, we got to see what we got, because I really don't know where it is right now, because all we got is a bunch of little young guys. So I don't know what kind of forwards we're going to have until Wednesday, Thursday, Friday of this week. I'll get a feel. And if you ask me the same question Monday, I'll be able to give you a better answer.
Well, the third season of the Street Legends Community Basketball Classic was a big hit, and the competition was just one aspect which made it so enjoyable. Players and coaches alike were also impressed with the effects, that is, the tournament had off the court.
Just brings everybody together, you know, and not for them to think like everywhere is bad, this community and that community. Just bring us together as one. All us as a family.
Bridging the gap, that's exactly what it does. To take fellas from Gardeners, the coach and I, we grew up together. He watched the rival team that would be the Stingers back then. We played against him as regulators, so to have him coaching against myself, his players against my players, it's just a rivalry. So, you know what I mean? It just brings all the communities together. That's where kids from Seabreeze get to know fellas from Bel Air, Camp Road, and all of that's coming together. And it's a beautiful thing.
It keeps us out of trouble and let us get more involved.
Now, organizer of the Street Legends tournament, Wilton Russell, spoke about how this season differed from the first two.
This year is a lot more easier, really and truly, because now we have an indoor facility where all the games are going to be played. Last year, as you know, we were moving through all of the different constituencies, and the weather was our main factor. We had to go from Point A, from Baintown, Centerville, we went into Kalani, and we had to clean those parks really and truly before we had to go in the parks. That was with the partnership, of course, with Guinness. This year, we have Vitamalt on board, and we were able to gain the access of the Anatole Rogers Gymnasium, thanks, of course, to the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture, Mr. Danny Johnston and Mr. Tim Munnings himself, along with Mr. Yvonne Wisdom.
And finally in the segment, Bahamas Star Gymnastics hosting an open house on Saturday at the club's training facility on Bacardi Road. At that time, boys and girls ages 4 to 16 were able to see if this program was one they were interested in.
As you can see, there's a lot of kids, I believe, in the background. They're jumping around. There's parents in our reception area and observing and asking questions, talking to coaches, talking to other parents that are already in the program.
Where do you guys move from here?
From here, we actually start, this is generally the start of a season or start of the gym season and program. And so we'll actually start classes again next month. We just came off our summer camp. We had a 6-week summer camp. And so those girls and boys that participated in that had about a 2 to 3 week break. And they'll start training again, both recreational and competitively. We are preparing now in our competitive squad for a number of meets that are coming up in the season as early as October. The biggest one is the Atlantis Crown for us here in December, right here at the Atlantis, which started last year, and we're looking forward to that growing again.
And that will do it for sports, but stay tuned, your weather forecast still to come.